What's up, everybody? It's your boy PADDA. We're back here on day 1/day 2 of the NHL free agency, or the offseason part of me. So we react to a bunch of news. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. You guys thought I'm going away? Hell no, I'm here to stay for sure. We're reacting to McDavid's post-season interview. There's some interesting things he said. Also, there's a bunch of news we're going to react to. So this is what McDavid has to say. Apparently, McDavid said something about his future. So let's go ahead and kind of read off this. You guys already know, man. McDavid, I think McDavid is, to me, one of the greatest players of all time. So we'll see what he says here.
You know what you mean to Oilers fans and everybody. And Leon said, obviously, he'd like you here forever. It's not something he had to talk about, but with the July 1st window opening, when you look at, just what you've built here with this team and how close it is, do you feel like there's unfinished business for you?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. This core has been together for a long time, and we've been building to this moment, all along. The work that's gone on behind the scenes, the conversations, the endless, disappointments, and some good times along the way, obviously, as well.
Okay.
We're all in this together, trying to get it over that finish line. With that being said, ultimately, still need to do what's best for me and my family.
Interesting.
That's who we have to take care of first, but of course there's unfinished business here. Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass cars outside, man. Hope they crash. Anyways, not gonna lie, this video, he talks about his future. I think what he does say in this video, it's pretty promising if you're an Oilers fan. He's pretty much saying, like, yeah, there's unfinished business. We didn't really finish what we started. That's a good sign, though, in my opinion. He does talk a little bit near the end about, like, at the end of the day, he still has to make a decision best for his family. Here's his priorities of considering to stay.
And the thought of possibly staying here for a while.
Winning would be at the top of the list, and then, winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel there's a good window to win here, over and over again.
That's interesting. He said here.
Signing is no problem.
But the question is, McDavid, are you going to take $16 million, though? Or are you going to take another pay cut?
Yeah, again, it's only been a couple of days. I'm sure we'll get into it over the course of the next couple of weeks. But again, I'm not in a rush to make any decision, so I don't think that there needs to be any timeline.
You got a whole other year to fucking wait, right?
July one day and be looking to see if there's anything done. But for me, there's no. I'm just not in a rush that way. So.
I know this might be a weird or stupid question, but is there any way you compare the two losses last?
All right, so again, McDavid tells his priorities. Apparently, let's see if what TSN posted. Oh, okay, TSN posted.
This might be a weird or stupid question, but is there any way you compare the two losses last year versus this year, just in the way you guys felt? Would it feel any differently?
I'd say last year was like a heartbreak, like you're sad. I'd say this year is more angry, just
Interesting. So last year was more heartbreaking. This year's more anger. I mean, yeah, to be fair, they lost in 7 last year versus 6 this year, and they got spanked this year if you think about it. Let's keep it a buck, guys, right? Like Edmonton, I feel like the highlights tricked me a little bit because there was a stat. I think the Oilers only led like 30 minutes, and the fucking Panthers had 230 minutes of a lead in the series. So I think there's a lot of like scams when it comes to highlight videos because I honestly feel like the Oilers got spanked. The Oilers got spanked this time around. And I think that's why he's saying that he's more angry this year because, I mean, he probably feels like they didn't play to the par they should have played at. But also, I also think last year, they legitimately had a chance to win. This year was kind of like a Cinderella run because they had a lot of comeback wins, the Oilers. They were not supposed to be here. I don't know. It is what it is. It's interesting to see what happens for Edmonton. I mean, they signed Trent Frederick to like a 8-year, $4 million contract, which is such a great start, right? You offering Frederick 8 fucking years. Making that make sense. Anyways, that's kind of like what happened today. But also, they got to sign Bouchard. I want to really sign Bouchard, in my opinion. Now, another thing I want to really talk about is I'm going to go to my Discord real quick because there's some things, other things we have to react to before we wrap up this video. So, yeah, here it is. So, like I said, McDavid said it's only been a couple days. I got to take time to regroup, talk to my agent, family, and make the decision when the time comes. Now, I won't lie, guys. I think McDavid is going to stay. I don't know. It depends on how the Oilers do. If I'm McDavid, there's no rush in signing a contract right now. You know, you still got a whole other season to play. I would not rush it, but it's going to depend. How much is he going to make? Because he is the best player in hockey. Is he going to get $16 million or is he going to take another pay cut? If he gets $16 million, he's not winning a Stanley Cup, in my opinion, because you need a team around you. Look at the Florida Panthers. For example, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Their team, they have a team, right? They got multiple talented players. They play 3 lines. You need depth to win, man. Not that Mickey Mouse depth. You need, like, actual depth to win. Florida's a good example of, like, yo, this is what you need to win the Cup. And you need fucking goaltending. I like Stuart Skinner a lot, but you need consistency behind the pipes. Look at Bob, and then look at Skinner. Skinner played pretty solid. Skinner was a big reason why the Oilers beat the Dallas Stars and went to the finals. But at the same time, sometimes, bro, you have to build your team out, and I feel like Skinner didn't really do that, in my opinion. Now, in other news, Matt Duchene signs a 4-year, $4.5 million contract. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because Dallas got spanked in the Western Conference Finals. Duchene had a really solid year last year, but he was really a no-show in the playoffs, in my opinion. He's 34 years old. His contract's going to end when he's 38. I mean, the Stars have, like, no cap space now. So, for sure, I think that means that Jason Robertson is 100% going to get traded. Maybe he comes to the Chicago Blackhawks for the 3rd overall pick. And then, yeah, we also signed Ryan Donato. We signed Ryan Donato to a 4-year deal worth $4 million at $16 million contract, which I thought was a good deal. He's a 31... You know, he had 62 points last year, 31 goals, 31 assists. I thought that was a phenomenal deal to bring him back to the team. So that's that. Anyways, guys, drop a like, subscribe. If you guys have any clips you want me to react to, I say join the Discord just because you can just give me clips to react to and stuff like that. But, yeah, we're going to have a lot of videos coming out in the next couple days, off-season-wise, like, you know, whether there's different trades, free agencies coming around the corner, the draft. So we're going to react to all of that stuff. And then also, we're just going to have, I think we're going to upload 3 videos a week. We're going to have different reaction videos. For example, we'll have probably, like, you know, best hockey hits, best hockey moments, and those are going to come. So we're going to have 3 videos a week. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you think McDavid stays with Edmonton or leaves? And I'll see you guys in my next video, boys. Peace out.